Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the What You Want channel. First of all, I want to wish you a happy new year and thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm facing almost 1,000 subscribers, which is just amazing because actually I really started this channel this year. The channel actually is older, but only uploaded like videos 2 per year or something. But this year I really started to upload videos on a regular basis. So after 7 years of ownership, I want to go through the Fortis Marinemaster B-42 automatic again and simply share my opinions. This is not going to be a video about the facts and everything. I made a video, it's one of the first videos on my channel, maybe the first video, I don't know anymore. But I just want to share you from an owner's perspective what I like and what I dislike about the watch. I mean, when it comes to the first impressions of this watch, this is quite a heavy, substantial, very legible diver's watch. And I paid for it, I think around 1,000 euros. I mean, I didn't pay it for it. I traded in a Breitling Chronomatic, the first watch that got me really into more expensive watches, if you want to put it like this. And I get a little bit of money out and I traded it in partially to get the Fortis Marinemaster. Probably not a good deal from today's perspective and how vintage watches actually went price-wise, but it has a sentimental aspect because this is the watch that I wanted since I was a child. I always admired those like space influenced, because Fortis works together with Roscosmos, the Russian space organization, space influenced watches. So if we come to the case, the first things I like, that is really well made. It has very defined edges. The polishing is great. The brushing is good as well. I mean, the brushing is made good. Is made good because this is brushed, and yeah, it's very nice, very solid. The end links have screws, which I only see, which I don't see quite often. The bracelet is very simple in design, but not much of a wobble there. The clasp, nothing to write home about, but scissor styled gives me more feeling of quality. Maybe this is just nonsense. Also, these brushed clasps are secure with the fitting mechanism, but I think this symbolizes quality to me. It has a fold over clasp, so overall very secure. It is a 120 click bezel and the action is one of the best I've experienced so far. No wobble, a nice defined click. It's difficult to find better bezels or bezel actions out there. No issue with alignment whatsoever. Yeah, the next thing, probably the case in its dimensions. It's a 42 millimeter watch, but the bezel is 44.5 because you see it's a little bit larger than the actual case. And the case height is 13.5 millimeters, which is just okay. It shouldn't be any higher. It's just like a simple layout with not that much complication. Then we come actually to the dial, to the complication. It has second hand and it has day and date. Some people like, other people dislike. I think here it's very, very clever because it really balances out the marker on the 9 o'clock position. So design wise, it was a good decision to give this watch the day complication in addition to the date complication. The dial is very legible. It's a matte dark finish, and with those luminous indices and hours, I will include a lume shot here, and you can see some dirt on the 5 on the number 4 and the 6 o'clock indices. This is thanks to a stupid watchmaker I gave this watch to. He works with Fortis, but obviously he doesn't know what he was doing, and he actually also put some scratches on this watch. I mean, I simply freaked out, but now I'm over it. It's just yeah, it's just what makes it my special watch. I see it this way. Um, yeah, what else do I like? I mean, the movement is an ETA, I think 2386/2, a very well-known and dependable movement. It's accurate as far as I'm concerned. I have so many watches. Today I'm wearing the Nomos. I flip them and I don't care about real exact timekeeping as long as it's like per day or under, let's say, 1 minute. It's accurate enough for me because usually I'm wearing a different watch every day and then I have to reset them anyhow because they're automatic or mechanical watches. The thing that I mean, I measured the accuracy and it was, in this case, I think it was running 3 to 4 seconds plus a day, which is just okay. What else do I like? Yeah, the overall feel of this watch on the wrist and the way these lugs hug your wrist. So put it on the shirt. If it's not too tight, it fits under your shirt, and you can see, even though it's large, it hugs your wrist. Unlike straight lugs I have on the Steinhardt, where a 39mm can wear pretty big. This wears, I think, just okay on my 7-inch wrist. This is at least what's my opinion. It looks maybe a little bit bigger on the video, so I have to get in the distance. You can see it's 7-inch wrist, 42mm watch. It's just okay. The bracelet is with 20mm is just fine. Thank God it's not 22mm. This would be, in my case, look too heavy. Let's come to the things I dislike. I think this clasp could have been made a little bit more, let's say, delicate or with better details. I mean, this Fortis is like somehow pressed from the inside out. It's okay, but nothing special. And yeah, the fall-over clasp is a little bit too easy to operate. And the other thing I dislike is that it doesn't have a screw-in crown. Not because it's not you're unable to dive with it. It has a mechanism. I mean, the pure pressure of the outside water really presses in the crown, so the movement is going to be protected. This is what they advertise, and I trust them. But anyhow, I mean, in order not to make any or to cause any harm to the watch, it would have been nice if it would have been screw down, especially if you consider the fact that it is has no crown guards, so it's easy actually to interfere with the crown. It's not a big deal, but would have been nice for a dive watch. But it would also have changed the overall experience of the watch, and maybe crown guards would have ruined the design. I'm not sure. Maybe you leave some comments. What do you think? Then maybe, I think it's ambivalent point. It has this anti-reflective coating on the inside. Let's clean it. As well on the outside. And the result is, maybe put the light over here, is that you can scratch not the crystal, but you can scratch the coating. So you can see it here at the 9 o'clock marker, some scratches. So if you're really irritated by such things, I wouldn't recommend a watch with an outside AR coating. But apart from that, it really makes it very legible and very cool. You get the impression that you could actually touch the watch face. So in conclusion, I must say, very nice watch. You should definitely consider buying one of these if you can still get them. I will, let's look it up on the internet. The new model doesn't have this bezel anymore. It had this razor style or shark teeth bezel, which wears a little bit too big in my opinion, and it has a simplified dial, whether you like it or not. I have the B-42 Marinemaster automatic. This has just B-42 automatic, and there's also another generation that looks like this. It has the Marinemaster automatic, but also the razor style bezel. And yeah, the crown is different. If you look at the crown, more substantial, but I don't think that it is screw-in either. Yeah, especially if you consider buying a tech, I recommend looking at these watches. They deliver at least the same quality. This is what I think. They also have ETA movements, and I think it's an underrated brand, simply Fortis. Not many people know it. It is associated with the Russian Sprays program, which they are very proud of. You can see it on the bottom of the case bag, and this is just a nice touch. It really completes my collection when it comes to like space related companies. The Omega and the Fortis definitely are not from this world, if you wanted to put it like this. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments below in the comment section, and would be very happy if you would subscribe to my channel. See you next time.